bend my knees, I must go in at the waist. In other words, you keep your head straight and just go straight down, like as if there's a little chair here under your buttocks, and you're just going to sit straight down. See how the back remains vertical, rather than going like this. So, just from that second move, inhale, exhale. Now you change your weight to your right leg as you breathe in again, somewhere on that stroke, you breathe in. Now when you change your weight, it's very important not to go bob up and down. Now from here on in, almost always your head's going to be at this level, going like that. It must never bob up and down, especially when you walk. There are times when you're doing moves like this, of course, when the physical thing of the posture makes you have to move your head down. But for the most part, when you're just walking through doing movements, your knees will remain bent. So if you change your weight, you see, you change it, keeping your head at that one level, not like up, down, the way we normally walk. So from this position, you change your weight and keep your head at that level. Chin is pulled in lightly. In breath. Pick up your left heel. This is called cat walking. Now you have to step straight down the middle. Don't do this. You're going to take a step simply to the north like this and place your foot where it wants to go to naturally. You don't let it come across like this. This is the easy thing to do, and most people tend to do this, but then you're not going to get a correct what's called a bow stance. The bow stance is the most common stance. There are 3 widths for your stances. That's the bow stance, shoulder width. When we get to it, this is the heel stance width, and this is the toe stance width. No direction, no width. So from here we've done a bow stance. I'll just show you a bow stance here. It's always good to maybe put a piece of wood going down here by your foot. And when you step, keep it touching the wood once you've stepped, you see. So that ensures that you haven't brought your left foot across at all. Now look what my foot's doing. It's going yang. See how it's bent? Bent with the toes pushing in the ground. This activates a point called kidney 1 or the bubbling well point. Now as you step forward, it walks like a cat. The toes are now concave. See how they're concave? So it goes like this, concave. Now as you put your heel down, you stretch your leg out, open your toes so it's yang again, so it's gone yang, yin, yang, and just don't put your foot down where it is, but just let it fall. So there's going to be a slight backward motion, isn't there? Because it's stretched and it's coming down to up to down. If you stretch out like that, you're going to get too much weight. You're actually committing yourself to the posture without being able to pull your foot back. Now I can't step back now if there's danger without first pushing my weight back and putting my foot back. A cat does this. When a cat walks, it'll place its foot, no matter, even if it's running very quickly. If there's water or something, it'll go and change direction very, very quickly. So that's what we have to do. We have to go, place the heel down exactly where it is to the north, and still be able to pick it up. If you can pick your heel straight up off the ground, then you're doing it correctly. But if you go like this, see, I can't pick my heel up off the ground without having first pushed my weight back. So that's a bow stance. It comes like this, scrunched under, place your heel down, roll your toes out. Now roll forward onto your front foot, turned in ever so slightly. See the angle of the front foot. It's not dead straight here. The back foot shouldn't have to come around. It's turned only 45 degrees from the beginning. If you turn it too far, you'll want to drag it around. But if it's just 45 degrees, then you won't want to drag it around. Now see, it's not straight here, the front foot. It's turned in slightly, about an inch to the right. That is a correct bow stance. It's actually turned in slightly. That's with most martial arts is this sort of a step. Now you'll notice that the back leg is not dead straight either. It's not like this. It's slightly bent. There's 70% of the weight on the front leg, 30% of the weight on the rear leg. This is a correct bow stance. See how the back is vertical. It's not leaning forward like this, nor is it leaning backwards. It's just on at the waist, and it's vertical. Now when you hold a correct bow stance, to know that you're doing it correctly, you'll feel a slight pulling sensation down here on what's called the right quad, if you're doing it with your left foot forward and vice versa. Because your hips have tucked under and they've turned directly to the front, along with your waist. There's a difference between your waist and your hips. Your hips are everything below the sacrum. The sacrum is this big flat bone at the base of your back, just before the coccyx. Everything, including the sacrum and below, is regarded as the hips. The hips can't turn very far. They can turn a little bit, but not very far. Everything above the sacrum is your waist. The hips can turn this far, see? Now the waist the shoulders and the waist can turn a whole lot more, you see? So you have to distinguish between the two. The hips are to the front at this point. That's a